the way Shanice pulled Cody in, because look, this is the deal. We thought it was Beth at the door and we was going to grab Beth in, but it just so happened to be Cody, and Cody just got the end of the stick. Shanice whoop, grabbed him. She like, Kiki, shut the door, shut the door. I mean, Kiki, all of a sudden, Shanice, I'm talking about the two-piece. You can hear the, you know that impact when you can hear the sparkle. So I'm like, oh, so you hear Marky like, oh, he want to be a girl. He got a girl on him. So I'm like, yo, Marky, give me the phone. So Raymond like, oh, so look, it's me, Raymond girlfriend, Marky, is Shanice, and it's Kiki. But Shanice is handling him, okay? Shanice was taller than him, but Shanice was like, Booker, he like, let me go. You hear Beth, boo, open the door, open the door. I'm like, hey, y'all, give me the house phone, right? He over there like, let me go. He up there. She got him on the floor, you know, like, he doing a spin. He was spinning. He was spinning on the floor. He was trying to get up out of there. So she like, y'all keep trying to jump on my. So you just hit smack. So Marky like, open his face up. So I end up, once I get the house phone, I straight up call my mom. Cause see, I know that what we doing is gonna somehow come back around. So I better be smart in a sense. So some just told me to call my mom why this was happening. Boom, I'm calling my mom, voicemail. Boom, I call her again, voicemail. I call her private. She picks up. So Shanice was like, my nails. So something happened with, because she had fake nails on, and it popped. And this boy, Cody, he gets up and he tried to bum rush. Now, my mama had a gold statue. A gold and black statue, okay? But it was predominantly gold. And it was in the corner. She had two lions. There was two lions. And they was on both ends of the couch. So right off the bat, I'm like, hey, like, don't mess that statue up. So Marky go like, no, get up out of here. So Marky grab him and started dragging him. He trying to swing on Marky. Marky like, no, don't pull it with me. Raymond open the door. Beth knocking at the window. They push Cody out, lock the door. I'm talking to my mom. My mom like, what is going on over there? I'm like, Mom, they rung the bell. She like, okay. I say, and Shanice opened the door and they tried to run in. She like, why are y'all opening my door? I'm like, we didn't know who it was. She say, Roshan, I'm telling you, don't let nothing be broken in my house. I don't want nobody in my house, Roshan. I'm like, but Beth never ringing the bell. Okay, so what? You should have let her kept ringing it. I'm like, okay. She like, get off my line right now, for you make me turn around and come home before my vacation even end. Now, hold on. Here's the deal. I thought calling my mom was a good idea. You can hear the commotion. I got people that's going to have my back. I didn't let her know how many people was in the crib. So all of a sudden, as they asking me, like, what happened? What your mama say? I'm like, she said that I should have never opened the door. We should have never opened the door. So Shanice like, what? So just let them ring on the bell? Man, sometimes I swear to God, maybe acting crazy. So Shanice like, my nail. Kiki like, yo, you got them hands. She like, I already know. All you hear is do. Not even ringing the bell. You just hear them hitting on the gate, kicking on the gate. So Shanice like, y'all want to go outside? I'm like, nah. All you hear is, Rody Dody, Mom want to talk to you. My mom, Nicole, Caleb's cellular device. She Nicole this man device. She Nicole this man device. So boom, I goes upstairs. I'm like, so Caleb like, I'm like, hey, Mom. She like, Roshan. I'm like, yes. She like, who's all in my house? I'm like, huh? She like, I just got done talking to Boo Man. So I'm looking. I said, huh? So I put it on speaker. She said, if you can, you can hear. Make me come through this phone. Who all in my house right now? So I looked. I'm like, it's just me, Shanice, and Marky. She saying, that's it. I say, yeah. She said, you know what? I'm telling you. You know what? Click. I'm like, Caleb, you told mom? He like, I didn't say nothing. I'm like, she said you said. No, she didn't. She didn't say. Give me my phone. I'm finna call mom. And he storms off. I'm like, hey, Raymond, y'all gotta go. I tell Raymond them straight up, y'all gotta go. I tell Kiki, like, she gotta go. So Kiki like, why I can't spend the night? I'm like, you gotta go. I'm like, I think my mama know that there's more people in here. So Shanice like, how would she know? She can't look at the cameras from her phone. I'm like, but see, I don't know how that's set up. I'm a teenager. I don't know how that's set up. Maybe she do got to be here to look on the cameras. But for right now, we ain't going to get caught. So Marky like, but mom might run the cameras back. I'm like, but we can find a way to delete it. He like, but I don't know how to delete it. I'm like, we can find a way. He like, I don't want to have nothing to do with that because mom going to know that that footage is missing because she going to look. We called her. Why would you call mom? I'm like, because I didn't want nothing to backfire. So Shanice like, look, I'll talk to May, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So boom, Shanice called my mom. My mom picks up. They talking. Shanice walks off. So Marky like, dang, so that mean no party tomorrow. I'm like, no party tomorrow. He like, man, we should have never. Why we drag him in? I'm like, that ain't what I told mom. I said, I told mom they tried to run in. So he like, okay, so they ran in. I'm like, yeah. And then that's how it happened. He like, okay, boom. Conversation done. Shanice was like, look, May say she gonna call the house in the morning. She want to make sure nobody's in the house. I told her, well, nobody in the house. I'm like, man, I appreciate you, Shanice, because my mom just didn't believe me. But she will believe a strike. She will believe anybody else over me, right? Boom. We chilling. We not even smoking no more. We're not drinking no more. We just chilling. Nobody's ringing the bell. Nothing's going on. So I'm like, I know that I'm off tomorrow. I'm off the next day, right? So I ain't really got to go in. So boom, I stayed up a little longer, but I'm in my room. So Kiki have not called me. Piper have not called me. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I probably should call Brianna back, right? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Now, mind you, just the other day, I missed her call. And did call her back. So I'm calling her back a day or so later. So boom, I call her. She picks up. She, hello? I'm like, hey. She like, hey. I'm like, I see I missed your call. She like, oh yeah, I forgot what I wanted. That was a while ago. I hate when girls do that. Like, why do you do that? Why? I'm like, all right. So immediately that made me mad. So I said, all right, well, I'm going to let you go. So she like, you called me just to let me go? I'm like, no, I was just returning your call. She was like, yeah, but I forgot what I wanted. I'm like, okay. So she like, you don't want to talk to me? I'm like, no, I'm just going to let you go. She like, okay, bye. Boom, we hung up. Now, the next day arrived, my phone going off. It's Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley asking me, can I come in? So I'm like, I thought I was off today. She like, but I need you. She like, because we got the new girl here. Now, mind you, she's still giving Kenyatta a chance after the whole situation have happened with Kiki and then the talk in the office. She's still giving Kenyatta a chance. Okay, so I'm like, all right. I'm like, what time you want me there? She like, can you be here in 2 hours? I said, yes. She like, I'll let you go early. So I'm only going to be there for a few hours. It's my off day. Boom, time progressed. I gets up, I start showering, getting myself together. Caleb still knocked out. Of course, he probably been up on his PC, on his game all day. So boom, I goes downstairs. Shanice is nowhere downstairs. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, let me go check on Marky. Do. The door locked. Do. Marky. He like, yeah. I'm like, open the door. He like, hey, I ain't got nothing on. I'm like, boy, I saw you naked before. I'm your brother. Open the door, man. He like, nah, bro, I ain't got nothing on. I'm like, oh, bro, stick your head out. I got to get ready to go. I'm finna go to work. He like, all right, have a good day. He like, hey, bring me something to eat back. I'm like, I'm talking to you through the door. We not in jail. Open the door. He like, bro, I just told you I ain't got no clothes on. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I goes in the basement. I'm looking. Like, where's Shanice? Did she leave? So I grab my phone. I'm like, let me call her. So I call her. I do not hear the phone ringing. I'm like, she must have dipped. So I'm like, she probably sleeping up there in Boo Man room. So I goes to Boo Man room, the door locked. Now, here's the deal. When mom is gone, he can't lock the door. And even when mom was there, she used to hate that he used to lock the door because she used to panic that something would always happen. So immediately I went downstairs in the kitchen, and remember I told y'all we got all those spare keys hanging on that little calendar. So I grabbed the spare keys we got all the keys that goes to all the doors in the crib. So I unlock his door. He's knocked out, but it's no Shanice. I'm like, why would she leave without even telling me bye? So I'm like, all right, I go open up my mom room. I'm like, okay. The bathroom door open. I'm like, I guess. I'm like, all right, let me get ready to go. And then some just told me, go to my room and unlock his door, because I was salty that I saw you naked before I know what everything looked like. Why did you not open the door for me? So I go downstairs because I need him to make sure he keep an eye on Caleb. Man, He like, yeah. I'm like, bro, can you open the door for one quick second? He like, bro, I'm putting on clothes right now. I'm like, how long is it going to take you to put on clothes? I'll wait right here. He like, a minute. Man, I took the key. I said, oh, you want to play? Unlocked it. He hurried up. You hear him. You hear him running to the door as I'm opening. He shuts it and then bounced me back and he locked it. So he trying to lock it. So I held the doorknob. So, if you hold the doorknob and somebody trying to lock it, they can't lock it because they can't twist it, because I was holding the doorknob still. So he like, bro, I'm like, open it. I'm like, oh, what is you doing? Open the door. He like, no. So I'm like, boom, I hit it. He like, come on, man. You say you got to go to work. What you want? So boom, I hit it again. Bro, all of a sudden he like, stop. I'm like, you think I'm playing? So all of a sudden I let him lock the door. I unlock it again. But I'm opening it. He like, no. So boom, soon as it got a little crack, I put my foot in it. Boom, I put my foot right through the crack of the door. So now I'm pushing. I'm like, now he trying to close it, but I'm pushing. Now he got strength. So I'm like, and once I pushed it, he went back, and when the door opened, there goes Shanice. Laying in his bed, no sheet covered over her, in her thong and bra. Okay? In her thong and bra, she had on a brown thong. Okay? I was like, bro, he like, I said I ain't have on nothing. I'm like, you got on boxers. I'm like, yo. He like, but bro, I'm like, did you wrap up? He like, no, I'm like, Shanice, she was knocked out. She was knocked out sleep. She did not know. So he like, I'm like, Shanice, he like, come on, bro. I'm like, really, Shanice? He like, I don't even remember what happened. I'm like, you don't remember what happened? He like, yeah, I was tipsy off that drink. I'm like, I gotta go to work. Keep an eye on Caleb. I'm like, get her out the room. He like, bro, I'm like, get out the room. He like, you mad? I'm like, no. So boom, I leave. I put the key. First I put the keys back, then I dip. Boom. As I dip, I don't see nobody. I get to work successfully. Plus, I go all the way around. I want to make sure nobody sees me because I don't want to run into no static. Boom. As I get inside of the workplace, the register girl there, you got Yo-Yo there. They're about to get ready to go. You got Kiki there. Now, Kiki been there. Now, Kiki have not called me. Kiki have not nothing. Text me nothing. All right? So I'm like, when I get in there, I see her. She's in the back. But she's in the back with Christopher, showing him how to drop fish. So I'm like, looking like, where Dave at? So I walk back there. Nobody was at the chicken station. You got Yo-Yo and the register girl about to get ready to dip. I knew Kiki was there because when she saw me when I was walking in, and she walked to the back. So when I walk in and then hit that turn to go put up my hoodie and wash my hands and put my apron on, I see them by the fit, as she's showing them how to do fish. So he tall. So he kind of got like his arm like on the wall while she's like kind of like standing. She's like standing and showing him. Standing and showing him. And he and he's like if he on a date. And so she like, and that's how you want to do it? You want to pull it up real quick? So I'm like, Hey, y'all. I ain't even give it a good hi. Hey, y'all. Boom, take off my hoodie. They didn't say nothing to me. So I, check mark. Boom, I put on my apron, wash my hands. Boom, as I'm washing my hands, Kenyatta come in. Boom. I see Kenyatta. I'm like, she like, hey, I'm here. I'm like, you here to work? She like, maybe. Boom. So she goes there. So they see each other. You see Christopher and you see Kiki comes back from the back. Right? So now the rest of the girl is gone. Yo-Yo is gone. It's Kiki. It's Christopher. Dave came in. The shift is going. Miss Shirley let us know tomorrow she's going to be gone for a couple of days. All right. Her husband will be there, but we should know what to do. She expect for her restaurant to run smoothly. That's what she was about, and that's what she was on. She told the whole crew, we already understand that when we come to work tomorrow, she would not be here for 2 days. All right, cool. Now, we're working. We're getting busy. Now, I'm back there with Kenyatta. Dave is back there on the fish. Christopher is up there with Kiki. So boom, boom, boom. I'm getting everything together. So as the shift started to, die down, it's almost time for me to go because Miss Shirley said I was only going to be there for a few hours. So they up there. So I'm like, hey, supervisor. Didn't even call her Kiki. Hey, supervisor. So she like, that's not my name. So Christopher like, I'm like, what's funny? I'm like, goof, what's funny? He like, what? I'm like, hey, it's almost time for me to go. Is there anything you like for me to do? She like, how is it almost time for you to go? I'm like, well, Miss Shirley just wanted me to come help with the rush. So she like, okay, well, let Miss Shirley know you're going to leave. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back there, not going to Miss Shirley office though. I'll let her know. So Miss Shirley like, yeah, 1 more hour. Let everybody take breaks and then after breaks you can go. All right, cool. So boom, I'm waiting. So Kiki come back there. She like, thought you had to go. And so I said, yeah, but Miss Shirley said just wait till everybody take their breaks. So I said, I don't need no break. You can get my break last. She like, you don't tell me how to do my job. I'm like, Kiki. She like, what, Roshan? You don't tell me how to do my job. I'm sorry, sweetheart. But you can go on your break first. Now I just told her I wanted to go on my break last. Now she gonna make me go on my break first. So I played it smart. I went straight and took my break. I was on break for 5 minutes. Now a break is like 15 minutes. Man, I straight up 5 minutes and came back. She like, your break not over yet? I'm like, yeah, to me it is. So boom, Kenyatta goes. She made Kenyatta and Dave go. They go on a break. So boom, they come back. And her and Christopher. So she like, Roshan, can you cover the front while me and Christopher take a break? I'm like, y'all both gonna take a break together? She like, yeah, so we can come back because we got another rush. I said, okay. So they go take a break. Now I gotta sit here through this ordering window and watch them out in the front talking. Like they wasn't like, it didn't look like flirty, but they was talking. I didn't care. So boom, the smoke area dude, he comes get water. So the cafe door open, he comes, he looks at me, he like, you in the front today? I'm like, yeah, I'm covering them. He like, I thought she liked you. I'm like, she don't like me. I'm like, we just cool. And so he like, Christopher really like her though. I'm like, I hope he get her. He like, yeah, he like, Yo-Yo, she gave me some the other day. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, she gave me some hair in the parking lot. I'm like, huh? He like, yeah. He was like, I was like, girl, you gonna give it to me right here? I was like, in the parking lot? What parking lot? He like, gas station parking lot. I'm like, gas station parking lot? He like, yeah, right over here. Now, it was a gas station right over here by the job. So I was like, I was thrown off. So I was like, whoa. So as me and him talking, they coming back in. He opened up the door for Kiki, boom. He goes back to the smoke area. You know what I'm saying? Boom. He goes to the smoke area. I'll make my way back. Kiki, she's walking in. Christopher walking in. I'll make my way to the back with Kenyatta. So Kiki like, hey, can you make sure you do the grease thing before you go? I said, no. I said, after the break's done. Because, I could go. Like, what? Not you trying to work me before. I'm supposed to be off. So she like, well, the break's not done yet. I still got to get a smoke area. They break. So in the between time, you could be doing. I said, Kiki. No, I'm not doing that. So Kenyatta like, I don't think you can tell your supervisor that. She like, nobody's talking to you. She like, well, make me be quiet and don't think I ain't hear about y'all pulling my friend Cody in y'all crib. So I was like, what? Yeah, I heard everything, but I'm gonna wait till after work. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. So Kiki like, anyway, I'm here to work. I ain't here to talk about no outside stuff. Can you please drain the grease thing? I said, yeah, I got you. Right? So she said, you got a problem? I'm like, no. She like, dude, I'm like, supervisor, don't touch me. No, I don't got a problem. So boom. I goes and start draining the grease thing, the smoke area people go. So as the smoke people area leaving, it's an order come in for like 2 slabs. It's back there in the smoke area. So Kiki comes and she like, hey, Roshan, can you get this order for me? So I'm like, what about the gear? She like, just go back there and grab it. I'm like, in all that smoke. She like, it's not that smoky back there. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna put on the face mask gear, right? So she like, okay. So I put on the face mask gear. I open it. I go grab it. Boom. Set the place up. Now as I'm setting it up, the order up, the last order, because I'm finna get ready to go. Kenyatta is kind of doing good, to be honest. She's executing the job, but she's there for the wrong reasons. So Christopher come back there. He leaned back on the prep table. And so all of a sudden, Dave like, hey, I just got done with my grease trap. Hey, Rody Dody, if you want to, I could do that, finish that off for you. I was like, yeah, if you want to, because it was another one that needed to be done. So Christopher was like, hey man, I like you. He was talking to Dave. He like, you want to come to my party? He like, you want to come to my party tonight? And so he like, oh, you got a party? So Kenyatta like, oh, you gonna ask him but not ask me? So he like, you want to come to my party tonight? He like, a couple of people coming to my party tonight. And so she like, where your party at? So he straight up told her, boom, it's time for me to go. Everybody come back. I dips. I go to the crib. When I go to the crib, Shanice is gone. Shanice is gone. All the way gone. Marky is in there eating a bowl of cereal. He like, hey, why you didn't bring no food? I'm like, it was a crazy day today, bro. He like, what happened? So I kind of spilled the tea. I'm like, what happened with you and Shanice? He like, oh, she coming back. I'm like, coming back for what? He like, she been gone for a minute, like since earlier. I'm like, no, squash that. What happened? He like, well, all I remember is we was doing it a little bit. I'm like, doing it a little? It's either you're doing it or you're not doing it. What you mean doing? He was like, man, she came downstairs and he like, I was tipsy. All I remember is her getting on top of me and I remember nothing else. I say, you don't remember the moment. You remember nothing else. He like, nothing else. I'm like, Marky. And all you hear is ling, 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 ling. I'm like, let me go upstairs. So I go upstairs. I look, it's Shanice. I open up the door. She like, hey, Ruddy Duddy. I'm like, what's up? She like, oh, you look cute. I'm like, yeah, I just came from work. I'm like, I'm about to go shower. I'm like, y'all behave yourself. She like, what? I'm like, behave yourself. Don't let nobody in. She like, oh, okay. She like, hey, Marky. Marky like, what's up? So I go shower, get myself together. Boom. Hours to pass by. We ain't really been talking to each other. Shanice is down there doing her thing in the living room. Marky, he's doing his thing in his room, playing his game. Caleb, he's still kind of like chilling. So he been eating something light. So he ate like boiled hot dogs and eggs. He ain't asked for no snack yet. So I'm chilling, right? So all of a sudden, somebody sent me a picture. I don't got this number logged in my phone. It's Christopher party. Kiki is at the party with these, man, they was like biker shorts. I don't know what they was, but the shorts came up. Like, and she was at the party.